I like that.
Don't you though? That music is actually called Mimi, and that's what my sons call my mom. So worked out good. How are you this Tuesday?
Yeah, all right. How are you?
Yeah. Hanging in there. It's been a busy week. My son's had some testing at school. I've just not had the time to work and been having too much fun shopping and other stuff. So I've had to leave the house, and so it's like, oh, I've always wanted to do this the past several months. So it's like going out and doing those things finally. But that's, yes. How about you? How are things?
I don't even know.
You don't know? You look tired. Are we tired today?
We're I'm already exhausted. I've been suffering from tiredness for, I don't know, feels like forever, but it seems to be really wiping me out the last couple of weeks.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think I was tired for the first 7 years that my children were young. I mean, they woke up every night at 3 o'clock, 3 in the morning, you know. It's crazy. Well, we have Jocelyn already with us. Jocelyn's here with Better Days Zellers. And don't you just love Better Days Zellers? That is a great name. Better Days. That's what we need to get out of this tired funk, right? Right, Allie?
Yeah.
What we need.
Better Days.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But I'm ready to write. It has been a few days. I've been trying to work really hard to get you the final of one of my books to proofread, but I don't think I'm going to make it because I'm just trying to finagle also those last minute things because of the prequel that I wrote after I wrote this one with a little few changes that I need to make. So I may need to adjust my calendar already, and I just made it. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. It shouldn't be long though. Maybe another week. At the max is what I'm figuring. So plus I really need to get some writing in. So I'm looking forward to our 3-hour sprint on Saturday.
Yeah. Time
really
to get lots done.
Focus on writing. Yeah. So what about you? Are you going to work on Project X today, or have you been writing today, or were you all mommy today? Already exhausted?
No, I've done a little bit. I've done nearly 300 words today. And I've done some I'm doing a training course for another company I'm going to start contracting with.
Nice.
I'm discovering that reading big words is not the one at the moment.
So are you contracting for academic editing, or what is the contract for going to be?
It's not actually editing. It's academic support, writing feedback. So it's feeding back to students on their writing style and essay style and stuff, but it's not actually editing and proofreading. In fact, we are banned from editing and proofreading. So
yeah, but how cool is that to give feedback on their style? So that's nice.
Yeah.
How fun. Like a developmental editor would, right?
Yeah, pretty much. For academic-y stuff.
That's great. Well, maybe that'll translate into more work on the other side, or ability to do more, feedback, that kind of stuff on the other side developmentally for fiction. That's great. It's great. Running yourself ragged, Allie. And today is the day where it's showing.
I'm ragged without running.
Ragged without running. Aw. Let's see, we have Morningstar hiding in the back still at work. She sometimes seems like Morningstar starts in work and then will join us to write. Heidi, too busy to actually join writing today, but we will have lots of fun. Thanks for saying hi, Heidi. That was very kind of you.
Hey, Heidi.
Yay. Morning Stars at work. Jocelyn Carter's here. She sounds like she might be at work for 30 minutes. I don't know. We have Better Days here. I love that name again, Better Days. That's awesome. And I'm ready to write. So are you ready to write? Shall we just jump into our first 20?
Yeah,
I am ready too. So anyone who's writing or working at your real work, whichever it is, just join along with us. We will write and we will be back in about 20 and we'll check in. You're writing Project X today. Is that what you're doing, Ali, or are you doing something else?
No, I'm going to keep going with Project X.
Good. Because it's all for you. It's your personal goal, right? You don't have to worry about others and other people. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue on with getting some words on my story too, my Lily and Jace story. So let's do that and we'll check back in 20.
Okay.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
All right. And we're back. Okay, Allie, how'd you do? Did you get settled in and get some writing going?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I just got distracted by working out how you could ride a Pegasus. Where would your legs go? 356 words.
How you could ride a Pegasus?
Yeah.
Ride a Pegasus. Ah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And did you do some rabbit holing? I got 301. Rabbit holing on that, or did you kind of just stare off into space and imagine yourself being the rider?
I found some pictures. Most of them seem to have their legs behind the wings instead of in front. There's a couple with them in front of the wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking like, let's see, Game of Thrones. I feel like she sat kind of, I think maybe she sat in front. I'm trying to figure, or maybe on top and the wings were.
Yeah, but that's a dragon, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah, that's true, but it's a winged creature. How fun.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's working out where the wings are, but the wings on all the Pegasus, or most of the Pegasus that I'm seeing, the wings are coming off like their front shoulders. And I'm like, that's really handy for where you put your legs, but I just don't feel like those wings are actually going to carry any of those horses in flight. That's just...
Yeah. Morningstar says by the neck.
Legs by the neck above. Yeah, see... I don't know that because most of them their wings seem to be up on the shoulders and then the legs. So the wings on a Pegasus seem to be a lot higher, a lot closer to the head than you'd think they were. So
it is more like a horse where the saddle sits kind of back a little ways. Yeah.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time yesterday watching bareback horse riding videos.
Oh. Hoping that could help you understand the Pegasus. Yeah, that's true. I guess you can't saddle a Pegasus necessarily. It has to be ridden bareback. Yeah. Do they bend at the knee? Do the people riding bend at the knees? They're not straight-legged like you would in the hooves of a horse's saddle. You'd put your feet in the stirrups of a saddle, and so your legs are kind of straight. But maybe bareback, you're a little more hunched forward, holding on to the mane, like a handful of the mane, since you don't have reins to hold on to, right? And then your legs are bent a little. Yeah. Did you have reins? Are they having reins, or did they hold on to the hair?
No reins.
Or did they not hold on?
I was going to say that there was a couple of the videos that I was watching yesterday. One of the girls was she was cantering on the horse and just her hands were like this, and then another one. I'm like, did they Photoshop the reins out? Because her hands were blatantly like, this is where they'd be holding the reins. But you can tell that's just because she's so used to doing it. That's how her body knows to balance. She was galloping bareback, no bridle, no reins, nothing. Full on gallop on the horse.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would take a lot of balance.
Yes.
Like you say, she would have had to been a career rider or somebody who had ridden quite a bit. But I could see holding on to like two parts of their mane, a handful of their hair, as and then steering them, or I don't know, unless the Pegasus just knows where to go and doesn't need to be steered.
You use your legs to steer.
And does the Pegasus talk? Can they just say, hey, turn left?
This particular Pegasus talks.
Okay, so that could be easier too. Did Barbie have a Pegasus? Didn't she ride it? I don't know.
I haven't got a clue.
I know. I have boys. You have boys. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Barbies. But you could probably pull up Barbie and Pegasus and do a little search. Yeah. Jocelyn's almost done.
Ready to join My Little Ponies?
No, oh my gosh, Barbie, the doll Barbie.
I know the doll.
Okay.
I never had a Barbie. Or did you guys have Cindy?
I had Cindy doll. She was a little bigger than a Barbie. She's a little bigger.
Yeah.
I kid you not, Allie, I collected Cindy dolls. There was this toy store, and so once it was just random toy store in a nearby town, and my mom and aunt and grandma started collecting those. That would be my gift each time, would be another little thing. I had her wardrobe, her horse, I had her car, I had this little house thing. It was like cardboard that went together like this, and then there were 4 rooms and separated. I think I had a dining room table and chairs. My mom kept those so that I could give them to my future children, which then I had boys. And my dad ended up giving that all away to their gardener, their Mexican gardener in California, the last time they moved out of California. Yeah. I had it all. I had clothes. Yeah. That was
I had like non-brand. I had like just baby doll type dolls. And then I don't know, when I was like 8 or 10 or something too old to really play with little dolls anymore, I found these 2 like leather cases that my mum had that were full of dolls that she'd never given us.
Oh my God.
That were like Cindy dolls.
Oh wow.
And she just never gave them to us. So I had like big dolls. And I remember for my 4th birthday, I got a doll that, I kid you not, was almost the size of me at 4.
Oh my gosh.
She was huge.
Aww. There was this, when I went to Montana one time with my I must have been like 1st or 2nd grade maybe. I spent the summer up there with my other grandma. And one of my dad's brothers took me out, like, we went and visited a girlfriend of his who wasn't really a girlfriend, but a girl who was a friend. And we took Anna, his black lab, out to like throw things in the water, and she'd retrieve and come back. We stopped by this girl's house, and she lived in kind of the rich area of the city. And she opened this life-size trunk. It was standing upright on the end. Open up all the doll clothes, this life-size doll, like you said, like a 4-year-old, Oh, it was so cute. I was like, oh, I love this trunk, and you could take it out and play with it. Oh my gosh, so cute. And she actually did let me play with it. It wasn't like, no, you can't touch, But yeah, so funny.
My grandma, my mum's mum, she has like collectible dolls, like actual porcelain dolls.
Oh.
She had they used to say, I don't know if they still do, it's a long time since I've been at her house, but on top of her like sideboard, dresser cabinet, like in the dining room, she had.
Oh wow. My one of my aunts is actually a, I don't know, certified doll historian of some sort, and she actually like collected.
Wow.
Yeah, and when we went to Paris several years ago, she actually went to like fabric shops trying to find vintage fabrics so she could make the clothes. Like she makes clothes, she tends to her dolls. She'd rather tend to them than actually make money doing this. She just loves to, it's like regressed childhood or something like that. But she could repair them, like you said, the porcelain, or paint them, or put new arms and limbs on them. Repair old dolls is what she tried to make a living at for a long time. Yeah. But she just ended up loving her dolls too much. So, see, now that we've talked about this, we have to put this in our books somehow. The love of dolls, doll
Scary
fans.
dolls.
Yeah. No, I know. Scary. My mom and aunt and grandma, way back in the 80s or 70s, maybe, they were into going to these ceramic places and making the porcelain heads of the dolls and baby dolls, and they paint the faces, and then they, kiln dry them and all that stuff, and make the clothes. And they did that for a couple of years. And those dolls scared me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But they had,
I tell you, you could definitely have that in some of your romance books. One of your characters should have a doll hobby.
A doll hobby, yes. And who would she meet while she had a doll hobby?
Cat bookshop lady.
Also, you mean the cat lady should also have a doll hobby?
Oh no, but they could be friends. Like
right,
cat lady and the doll lady,
right.
And the,
but who would the doll lady fall in love with? Is what I was thinking.
Oh.
Like, who would her love interest be? It'd have to be somebody who maybe she met and maybe he didn't appreciate the doll hobby. I don't know. Anyway, It is definitely a thought, for sure.
Maybe he also had a doll hobby and she got concerned that he had a doll hobby because there weren't many men with a doll.
No, you know what? Maybe his parents had a doll museum that had never made a stitch of money and they died, and he comes back to town and he's like gonna get rid of it all, but then he meets her.
Oh, yeah.
And now if he falls in love with her at first sight, he can't sell the doll museum because it's her love, you know?
See, you gotta
Yeah,
hold back
there
that.
you go. Yeah, that's a good small town romance right there. Anyway, we'll write that one down for the books.
Yeah.
2023 release. No. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, I hope you all, our two people watching us, are enjoying our doll talk today. You know, all stemmed from Pegasus.
Yeah.
Somehow it went on from Pegasus, and nobody put in the chat. Morningstar must not have looked to see if Barbie had a Pegasus. So I don't know. That still remains a mystery. So let's go on to our second 20. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. We're on a roll. Okay, we will see you guys in 20.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Something 705. Got about 200 that time, but I did do a little research. How about you, Allie? What's that?
I got about 320.
Nice.
Slightly sidetracked, realizing that I'd managed to call one of my species the name almost a name that actually exists.
Oh. So, like, it is part of your language that you've made up, but it actually does kind of exist, you're saying?
Yeah, the Chinese, a Chinese dragon horse is a longma, and I've got a dragon horse that's a longmal. So it's exactly the same, but with an L on the end, because mal is Korean for horse, which Shanna, was it Shanna told me?
Yeah.
And in Chinese, apparently, horse is ma. So their dragon horse is long ma, and mine is long now.
Can you change it to an N? Long now? If you don't want it to be Mao?
No, because the mal, I've used the mal for all of them, so it's.
Yeah, but I mean, to your average reader, do you think they're gonna make that connection or no?
No, probably not. And in fairness, even if someone does make the connection, it's a dragon horse. Mine is a dragon horse. And if they potentially think that I've what's the word?
Pilfered. Pilfered the word.
Yeah, their thing. I'm not using any of their specific mythology around it. So
yeah,
and long is the Chinese word for dragon. So
yeah, it'll work. It should all work.
Yeah, it should be all right. But that kind of distracted me for like 5 minutes.
Well, in terms of your Pegasus and stuff you've been working on, I was looking up swan boats.
Oh yeah.
In Boston Gardens, there's a footbridge. It's pretty iconic, I guess, and it's probably been in some movies, but there's a footbridge across a pond, and there's swan boats that you can. It's like a big white swan built around where the driver pedals, pedaling the paddleboard, and then there's like benches that I don't know how many seats, but there's several benches like park benches that people sit on. It's like a pontoon, and it makes about a 15-minute tour of the pond. So I'm gonna write that in on my day, because I'm up to chapter 4, and they're all going on a Memorial Day picnic, which Memorial Day here is in May. They're going on a picnic, my whole crew, all the people.
I feel like your ponds must be bigger than ours.
Maybe. It said it's 3 feet deep, which isn't that deep.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Pond to me is like
big here.
Like I was just driving home a little while ago, and in the middle of a field was a pond that was maybe 50 feet wide.
Yeah.
In a farmer's field, and they had just a little square 5x5 like platform that they could fish off of or whatever. I mean, it wasn't that big. But yeah, if I had the map on Wikipedia, of course, my favorite place to look for information, it had an aerial view, and it is a big park, not as big as Central Park in New York City, but big city park, and they have some pretty large ponds there. So yeah.
See, I'd probably call those lakes rather than ponds.
I know, but I don't know. For some reason, they call it pond. They have a couple. Every lake in this city garden was called a pond. So
okay.
Yeah, we're just having a quiet day, Jocelyn.
Yeah,
it's fun. We're getting writing done. Yeah, getting writing done. We're just all chilling, making it happen. Getting our writing done, doing lots of little research.
One day at a time.
Yes, that's right. 1 hour at a time sometimes.
Yeah.
1 minute at a time. 1 second. Yes. So
I've managed 995 words so far today. So
nice.
I'm doing all right.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine, Allie.
Exhaustion.
Yes, even though you're exhausted. Do you feel like your writing is even okay being in this kind of exhaustive mood? Or sometimes I feel like if I'm super tired, I just don't even question what comes out. It just comes out, and it's like, even if it sounds silly, it might lead to something pretty cool, because I'm just not even stopping myself from, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not at the good point of tiredness, because I get that sometimes when you're just so tired, it's like being drunk,
loopy.
But
yeah,
I'm not at that bit yet. I'm just struggling to keep my eyes open, tired.
Sorry to hear that. Let's see. Jocelyn says, most of my writing has been researched the last few weeks. Okay, got to put our research into practice. I know, it's been rough. We have Garnett Chrissy join us from Facebook. Hi, Garnett. She got 800 words in today.
Yeah.
You might be the top of the leaderboard. Of course, then Allie's coming up right behind you. She's got over 900. So, today, you're over her, Allie. You can do math.
Yes.
Sciencey types of research for Jocelyn. I think she's the one who is writing about bodies and paranormal and thrillery stuff. That's not a word, but it is now. Thrillery.
It is now.
It is now.
We're writers. We can make words up, right?
Absolutely. It is now. Yes. So, okay. Anybody feel like they want to add to the conversation of our interesting research? I mean, Jocelyn, tell us some of your research, or give us at least one little bit of something interesting you're researching. I mean, we've been talking about
small words. I'm struggling with big words today. Yeah. Let's do it in little words.
Yeah. Well, even without today, it's a struggle. So yes, little words. And then tell us what you're doing. Thrillery, yes, add to your vocabulary. Thank you, Jocelyn. And let's see, I did Boston Gardens research today. Allie did Pegasus writing, how to write a Pegasus. We talked about Barbie dolls and Cindy dolls. We've had a lot of interesting research today. And Wayne Blinko's joined us. Hi. We have one more 20 minutes. I'm glad you guys are all with us. We're going to do one more sprint. So, Garnett is working on her next work in progress. I believe she has a book about to come out.
Exciting.
Yes, in May. I think she has, but she's been doing her cover reveal and her blurb reveal, all that fun stuff. Researching living in the 1920s for time travel. Time travel mafia.
Wait, are the mafia time traveling? Because that's actually terrifying.
Or the people trying to get away from the mafia and happen to go down some tube to time travel.
God, can you imagine if the bad guys could time travel?
They might. They come back, hey, we're tired of this world. Let's take the time travel and go back in time or go forward in time. I don't know.
Maybe they can. Maybe that's the problem.
They keep haunting us, huh? Let's see. Jocelyn says little words. Haha. Space exploration.
Oh, cool.
Space. I've reduced the ginormous words into bite-sized bits.
That's the way.
Perfect. Wayne says hi to Morningstar. Garnett, no, the girl goes back in time to the 1920s. And is the mafia back in the 1920s then? Like here, she has normal life, Garnett, and then she goes back to the 1920s accidentally and gets in with the mob back then. The mafia here would be terrifying. Yeah.
Right?
They're so much more glamorous back in the 1920s, the mafia, right? The old, when I was in Las Vegas, Allie, if you ever get a chance to go to Vegas, there's actually a museum there for, what's it called? Anyway, look up the Mob Museum in Las Vegas and it'll pull up whatever it is. And it's pretty cool because, you know what? My aunt just texted me. I've got to give her a call, some kind of emergency. So why don't we go to our next 20? Okay. Bye. All right, we're back. How did everyone do? Let me stop this. Did everyone get writing done? Hello. Getting your writing done? I think I probably got like 10 words because of being interrupted like I was. 17, 70.
I'm glad it wasn't an actual emergency.
Me too. I saw her ring and then I saw her message. Answer the phone, I have something quick. Oh my God. Okay. 75 words. That surprises me. It was all good. They're just, I guess the countries are opening up and they're trying to make travel plans and just, you know, if I had their life where I was retired and, you know, could do what I wanted and wanted everything now, yeah, I would probably be the same way. Anyway, but the rest of us are in the working world and we're trying to do stuff and get stuff done. So here we are. How'd you do, Allie? How were your numbers?
265 that time.
Good. So that put you over 1,000 for the day.
Yeah.
Didn't it? Yeah. Perfect. You're moving right along. Let's see. Morningstar. I was so excited to hear that. You know, her book is listed. Her friend's reading it. She's afraid to look at reviews, though, or see if there's any sales or anything. You should look, Morningstar. I think before, though, you said you're afraid to look. You kind of just, want to just move on to the next book and not look, I think. Don't you remember her saying that, Allie?
Honestly, I'm struggling to remember things that I wrote 3 minutes ago. So.
Yeah. Yeah. David Briscoe's joining us late again. But did you write? Did you do any writing this afternoon? You could let us know. Energy Killer, Morning Stars.
He joined like 2 minutes ago, so he should have at least 300 words by this point.
I know, he's so fast writer. Wayne, no writing today. I'm having a look at web hosting. This can be productive time. Doesn't have to be writing time. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Whatever you need it to be for the moment. Let's see. Jocelyn came to realization about some backstory and how it shaped the relationship between the antagonists and one of the protagonists, my mutineer. Okay.
Backstory is good.
So it sounds like you overcame a roadblock, Jocelyn, and now you can move forward, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So I'm trying to write this scene that involves a bunch of people and my stories, and I'm just at the point where the female main character is about to tell one of her friends, hey, the hero has scars on his neck and face. Don't look at him, just trying to figure out how to make her say that without sounding totally pretentious and stuff. So anyway, so that's where I'm at.
Oh, hey, I found a better emotional wound for my my prince character. Instead of the
yeah, hold up the book. The emotional wound book is so good. Yeah.
Is that backwards to you?
No.
See, I see that one forwards, but when we were on Zoom, I saw it backwards, but you all saw it forwards. So that was
That is weird. But David got 163 words, so you were close, Sally, in that very short amount of time.
My goodness.
He was still able to fly, yes.
That is extremely impressive.
Very cool. So, what are you thinking of doing with your character?
It is growing up in the public eye.
Ooh.
Page 242. So examples, coming from a family with extreme wealth. So I figure that would be like the billionaire.
Yeah.
Or having a parent who's important and well connected, being part of a royal family, etc. Having a parent who's a famous movie star.
So is this your hero or heroine? Did you say hero?
One of my male main characters. Being famous oneself.
Nice.
So yeah, I reckon that'll be the better one, rather than being so beautiful it's all anyone can see.
Yes. Yeah, I like that one. I like the
I
billionaire.
think they're probably quite a similar one. But yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Good book. Good bit of research.
I love it. Yeah.
How about in the other one, the other one that the other people wrote? What's it called? It's a blue book, and it was the first one you had shown us. Did you actually get that one? What was it called? Hold on. It was called.
Oh, was it this one? Oops.
That one. No, that's emotional book. No, the character traits. Didn't you
Oh, that one.
The writer's guide.
Yeah, I've got that.
Traits? Did you look at that one to see what you want to? And does it have? I'm just wondering which one would have some more information about that type of character. A rich person type of character.
I haven't looked at this one actually. I did their MBTI and their Enneagram thing. Yeah. So I did that a few days ago.
Will it change anything knowing that they have some pretentious backgrounds or no?
I don't think so. But hopefully it'll give me some extra stuff to dig into.
Some oomph.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I feel like writing more, honestly. I am up for another sprint. Is anyone else up for another sprint? Does anyone else want to do another 20?
Yeah, I can do another sprint.
Want to do another 20? I feel like I got totally interrupted by my aunt's phone call. It's all good. I'm happy that it was an emergency. I'm happy to chat with her. But yeah, I was like, and then she didn't get that. I was like, I explained to her, I was like, oh, okay, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying because I'm also trying to write. I'm in this sprint, you know, I have some people that are online. And I was like, I had to go real quick to go answer her call. She's like, oh, I'm so glad you're having fun with your boys. She didn't.
Yeah, it's close.
No, close enough. I didn't explain anymore. Awakening of the Dragon is Morningstar's book. I'm so excited.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I love her cover. And she also, I assume the other day you figured out your audiobook cover. Seemed like you were getting that figured out. Yeah, that's exciting. All right.
See, I get so confused because Morningstar's name's so different from the other name in the group.
Tisha.
But I keep forgetting it's the same person.
Yeah.
Sorry, Morningstar.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and do another 20. So if anyone wants to keep writing with us, God bless you. Another one coming? Yeah. Okay. If anyone wants to keep writing with us, keep with us. Let's do another.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. See you guys. Okay, we're back. Anyone with us still? Tell us what you did. Did you get any words? I think my computer froze in there, so I don't know if we lost anybody. But how'd you do, Allie, on that one?
I got about 180, and then I had to rabbit hole a little bit.
I got 400-ish, so that's good. What'd you rabbit hole on this time? What was your rabbit hole this time?
Government size. I was trying to find a comparable sized country to see how big their government is. So then I got a bit distracted by the landmass of various countries compared to the population size. For example, France is 2.3 times the size of the UK, but only has 2 million more people living in it than us. And the US has something around 330 million people, but the government is something like 453 in your House of Representatives and 100 in the Senate. Whereas our country is about 65 million people, but there are 1,400 seats across our 2 branches of government.
Oh my gosh. That's 1,400. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's too many cooks in the kitchen.
So, well, it's 700 something in the House of Lords, and hang on, let's see if I can find it.
How on earth can they get anything done? That is crazy.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't. They get nothing done.
Wayne's working on his website. Morningstar is doing some other stuff. Emptied washer.
We've got,
yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go on.
I just said
wrote a paragraph.
Wrote a paragraph. That's something. That's exactly
right.
Okay,
every bit of work there. There's 793 in the House of Lords and 650 members of Parliament. Wow. So even if you just looked at the members of Parliament, the House of Commons, that's more people than the entirety of America has.
Oh my gosh, that is just super crazy. So
it is.
What are you going to build your world around then? What are you thinking of doing? Well, what was the size? Did you decide on a comparable size of country?
No, see, I thought I had, but looking back, I actually decided it for a different country, not for the one that they're in.
Because your Project X has them jumping between worlds a little bit, right? So you not only have to build one, you have to build a few.
Several. Yes. I'm probably going to have the main one around the size of France, Spain-ish. They seem fairly similar. Yeah.
Is there one? Is there one world that's going to be like more of a monopoly or like more in charge than the rest of them? Like
the main world. Yeah, I've got one world that's like the main world that most of it takes place in.
David Briscoe, like you said, Allie, 7:15. Yes, we are looking forward to Super Sprint this weekend. Super Sprint.
Yeah.
That is Saturday, right? And we decided, I believe, I'm going to look at my calendar, because there is a mastermind also that Easy Graphics and I are running one Saturday a month, one Tuesday a month. You're all welcome to join us, but it will coincide with our Super Sprint, which is fine. And anyway, I think we decided on 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the sprint. So whatever.
I'm more than happy to do that, but the last message you sent me about it said 10 to 1. 10 to 1. So
that probably was right. 10 to 1.
I'm happy either way.
I haven't changed my calendar. We should probably just make a decision right now so people can find us.
The message you sent said 10 till 1 for Super Sprint.
Yes.
We had a mastermind group meeting at 1.
But double check. Yeah. So then what happened was Easy Graphics wrote me and he said, well, if you make me the host of the mastermind Zoom, then he can carry on with the mastermind and I can join in when we're done. So, So I guess it works out. So we could do, it's up to you, 11 to 2. I was just figuring, maybe the later is better. It seems like when we've done a 12 o'clock Sprint, it seems more people have been able to join us on Saturdays
Yeah.
than the 10 o'clock. So,
Yeah, it has seemed that way.
so I am thinking we said, what did we say? 11 to 2?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
11 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Super Sprint. And don't forget, I'm giving away how to save the cat cards. I've got 2 decks.
Yay!
So any of you who
Only
are
for
joining
people
us
in
out
America.
I don't mind. It'd only be a couple dollars, right? I don't mind shipping them
Do you reckon?
overseas. Yeah. Would it only be a couple dollars to ship them
Haven't got a clue.
overseas? Me either. I don't mind. Whatever. At the moment, I still have a job, so I have money, so I can send them off if I had to. So we'll see. We only have a few people who are overseas. You and David, and I think David's overseas. Or is it the other guy, Greg Ink? And Wayne is overseas. Andy's in Canada, but I think everyone else is in the US. Anyway, we'll see. Whatever it is, it is. Looking forward to Super Sprint too, Jocelyn is. That's great. Great. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm just trying to recall it to memory. Make it stay there. Make it stay. I told my husband the other day, I seriously have a short-term memory problem. I really think it's affected and damaged. I don't think it's that I'm so into everything I'm doing that I just don't pay attention, that it just doesn't lodge in my head. I don't know. I
don't know. You're very good at remembering who's doing what and where and things.
I don't feel like it.
You are. You're so much better at it than me.
Okay, so David Briscoe is UK. Hey, so now, Allie, you are so lucky. You could go have coffee with Wayne and David. This is just not fair. No fair.
Who's Wayne?
Wayne, W.A. Blinko. W.A. Blinko.
Oh,
yeah. Remember the other day you guys are in the same county or something, you guys?
Okay, so he was in...
Across
so
the
where
river.
are you in the UK, David?
Yes, David, tell us, where are you in the UK? You and Wayne, weren't you across the river or something from each other? Something like that.
He was just in the county next door, I think.
Okay, yes.
He was near where I went to university.
We'll wait on David's response, if he's going to respond. There he is. He said London.
Okay.
Is that kind of a big, a broad view? Or is there really just a part of London that really is called London? Like,
there is, in fact, the City of London that's specific to London. But then there's a large amount around the outside that's also classed as London. So London can be quite a large area.
You and Wayne are kind of suburbs. Would you call it suburbs of London, or?
I would not call it the suburbs of London, but other people might if they wanted to be insulting.
Okay. I didn't know that was insulting.
Watford, I think, is just outside the North London area, but Hertfordshire I think Hertfordshire's just on the outskirts of London and heading in towards the North London area. And Bedfordshire is just a little bit further north than that, which is where I am. So we're about we're about 25 miles out of London, or I'm about 25 miles out of London.
But is it still kind of urban-y where you are? Like it's still city living and flats or whatnot?
There are some. It's kind of city to town. Oh, you're in Wimbledon.
Just a little place we might have heard of, Wimbledon. Okay.
I had an aunt live in Wimbledon. I think she's either still there or just outside it now.
Small world. Very cool.
It's a very small country, I tell you, especially compared to America.
Well, when you say about the county, like I can drive across 3 or 4 counties in an hour. Here in PA, we're pretty small, not so spread out. Yeah. At least in Southwest PA. But let's see, we're counted as Southeast.
Are you?
Cool.
I'm East Anglia.
Very cool. very, very cool to have so many neat people to converse with on our writing space. Very cool. All right, so 3-hour sprint this weekend. We're gonna get our innards up. We're gonna get a good night's sleep, Allie. We're gonna do it big on Saturday. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we are.
Easier to travel to other countries. To travel from England to other countries, or how would you read that sentence? From first England. Anyway, you have to tell us, Morningstar. You mean like travel from here, loves England, or travel to other countries from England? Like, are the airports there better, or something like that? I don't know. That's how I'm reading it. How are you reading it, Allie?
I can't imagine the airports here being better. I haven't been to many airports.
Yes, she travels the world on holiday. Well, the world, according to my mom and aunt, is opening back up. So let the travel happen. Let's go.
Yeah, so they say.
Traveling.
I've got a holiday coming soon. Oh, I'm going to be missing a sprint in May. There'll be a Tuesday I'm not here.
Where are you going?
We are going to Great Yarmouth. Yes, we're going to Great Yarmouth on holiday.
Is that in the UK somewhere, or where's that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's on the coast. It's on the Norfolk coast. It's about an hour and a half away from us.
Like a beach?
It's probably more like 2.5 hours away from us, driving at the speed limits.
Nice.
Yes, I should make that clear.
Nice.
And yes, the beach. It's really nice.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, my mom and aunt are trying to make plans. So my aunt watches my uncle, who is in his 90s, and he's still physically fine, just, dementia. And she wants to travel and take off to France to be with my mom in France and Nice. And so now that I guess everything's opening, they're trying to get their arrangements made. But now, of course, American Airlines phone lines are like crazy because everyone's trying to, I guess, make arrangements. But they want to travel at different times. My mom's going to stay over there a few months. My aunt wants me to come with her to help her with my uncle. So
you're going to come to France?
I'm going. Looks like it.
I mean, that's really close, Kristen. You could just hop over the channel.
Oh,
and you'd
be just a little hop, skip, and a jump. Just another $1,000 air ticket. No, it's sometime between July and October. They're thinking about
you must be able to get like cheap flights. There's normally like £200 flights between like the UK and Spain.
I don't know. I don't know what they're planning because of course,
don't know what it's like at Brexit.
A few minutes ago, my mom called, and she's called 3 times and left a voicemail.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. It's just, again, it's that whole, I'm retired. Why are you not answering my call? The minute I call, it's not like you should have another life that, takes more importance than my phone call about travel arrangements. No emergency or anything. Yes. So anyway, but I didn't answer her because I thought, well, I've already answered my aunt. I already know you're calling about travel arrangements. I've got writing. I've got dinner. I'm sorry. I will call you back in a little while. Love them to death. But anyway. Yes. Well, if I can work it out and my mom and I come traipse on your doorstep, Allie, we will. We'll work it out. That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome. I would love to meet you. Like,
I know.
As an actual being there person.
Yes, like not a pretend person online, but a real person.
not a little person hiding in my computer.
I know. My dad always wanted to take the tunnel. Never got to see that happen. Of course, my mom would freak out because she has to take like claustrophobia medicine. I wouldn't mind the channel. I think that'd be fun. Have you been in it? Is it fun? Is it a thing?
I was trying to think. I don't think I
mean, I know it's a thing.
Do I don't know. I went to Paris like 15 odd years ago. That's a very long time now.
But you don't remember.
And I have no idea how we went.
Huh. But you didn't fly. I mean, you would know if you flew. But you drove.
I have absolutely no memory of getting there. Or getting back.
Maybe you had a little too much fun. A little too much to drink on the plane or the train.
I don't think so. I remember going to Versailles.
Love Versailles. Oh my gosh.
Right.
No, so I wanted to go to Giverny, right? To see
Uh-huh.
the impressionist painting guy, Monet.
Okay.
My mom went the next trip and she said she just loves it. So, but I like Versailles too. Versailles is very pretty.
Yeah. It
So
was gorgeous. I'm gonna have to just message my friend and ask.
I know. How did we
How
get
on
there?
earth?
Aliens. Morningstar says aliens. You got there.
Maybe.
So I was a foreign exchange student in France. Did you know that? I don't know if I told you that ever.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned it.
So the very first weekend they came, because they were on the west coast of France, in a town called Brest, and they picked me up in Paris, and we drove from there. We went to the Mont Saint Michel. We went to Versailles. I think Versailles first, and then Mont Saint Michel, and then down to their place. So it was amazing.
Okay.
It was really cool. I had a great summer. And then when I went back with my mom and my aunt, we did it all again. But we had a girls' trip. My mom and two aunts and I went on that. That was fun. Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to go back. So I have a funny story, though, about my time when I was a foreign exchange student in France. I'll tell you this story, or else shall we save it for the 3-hour sprint? It's a really good story.
Us.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't wait. Yes.
I can't even believe I brought this up now. Okay, so the teenagers that I was with, as a foreign exchange student, the families, teens, they had like 3 teens, and then of course they had friends and stuff, and they all went out as friends all the time. And so this one night, I have no idea where we were going because at that time I could speak a little French, but even still had difficult understanding stuff. We got in a truck, the back of a truck. A bunch of us, I just remember it being filled. Anyway, we drove to a field like a long ways away, and there was this bandstand. They were having an overnight concert in the middle of this field in France, and the music's playing and stuff, and that's where they were like, we were talking, and they were like, do you know the Lepidals? And I'm like, what do you mean the Lepidals? No, they're the most famous. You don't know the Lepidals. And then I'm finally like, oh, the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
With their accent, it was coming out, the Lepidals. And they're like, and do you know Madonna? And I'm like, oh, Madonna. Okay, yes. It was so funny. But anyway, the really funny part was that I woke up the next morning under a blanket because it was an overnight thing with a French guy. And we were just kissing. That's all the further it went. And then I had the walk of shame because he was one of this group, and we were all packed into the truck driving home. And the walk of shame was my drive in that truck home. I'm thinking, what the hell happened? I know. And that will go in one of my romance stories someday because that's pretty funny. And could you imagine if I, if as a second chance romance, I could be hysterical.
Yeah.
Only to me. Only these things, weird things happen to me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And could you imagine? I mean, I'm like sitting here freaking out that, and I swear to you, it didn't go past first base. It was all good, but. I mean, I wonder, like, did his friends say, haha, you're the guy who made out with an American girl, like he probably never lived it down with his friends either, Oh my God.
Maybe.
Anyway, on that note, oh, and Greg just joined us. Well, I'm sorry, Greg, but we're done.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep writing, but I also have to cook dinner, so I have to go. Allie has to go because she needs a good night's sleep. We've already done 4 sprints.
Yeah.
And Greg, you just missed a very funny story about France. So there you go. And all of our travel arrangements. Yes. That's why it's recorded. We will see you all Saturday. What's the time again, Allie? 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes.
We're going to do a super 3-hour sprint. Allie's going to take energy drink before we get on. And we'll all be good. All right. Okay, you guys, we better go.
Yep.
We'll see you all on Saturday.
Have a great week, everyone.
Super embarrassed I even told that story now. Okay. We'll see you guys. What else is new? See you guys then.
Bye bye.
Have a good night.